So, what is the meaning of life? I think this is an appropriate question to ask ever so more now with the lockdowns and around the holiday season. Is it just about surviving? Is it just about existing, living, making do, hunkering down, waiting for better days? So I'm going to offer my take on it. And as a matter of fact, I have tried Googling it, as you can see here. There's some fancy Google pictures. So I'm going to start broad, and then I'm going to work my way down by anticipating a number of objections. So, what is the meaning of life in general? And I would say it's to multiply God's agape love. And when I say agape love, I mean that love that intends good for particularly others. So to multiply God's agape love across the universe. And I can immediately see an objection, way too broad, and you're making it religious. Okay, so let's simplify here, and let's make the question more specific. So, what is the meaning of life on this planet in this era of human existence? Okay. So I would say it's to multiply. Again, multiply, not just spread, but I have in mind the quantity keeps increasing. So to multiply this agape love across the planet, across this planet. So you've got plants and animals and us humans all spreading seed. You've got roses that spread and they grow, and the fragrance spreads. You've got cute little bunnies that breed and spread out across the landmass and bring joy and nibble on your garden. Actually, that segues to the next point. Is okay. So we have all these instances of negative. Is that really spreading love? You've got a virus. As a virus spread, is that spreading love? What's the point of that? The life of the virus. It can't be to spread love, could it? Okay, so let's refine the question even further. What is the meaning of life in this messed up existence? Obviously, here on this planet. To multiply and contrast the good, and again, that agape love, that intent to do good. So to multiply and contrast the good against the backdrop of the bad. Okay, so before I give that away, I find when we get this far, it starts becoming clear that this becomes more and more personal as you get more and more refined. Because now we're not just talking about life in general, we're talking about human life, and then a flawed human life existence on this planet here and now. So what we're really asking is, what is the meaning of my life? Why am I here? What am I doing here? And so I would answer that, this core question, this, when the rubber hits the road, is to make a choice. Love or not? So agape love or not? And if not, what you end up with is malice and or fear. And so that's exactly what you see spreading around right now. All the media coverage. It's either malice, so people being put into two camps and just wanting justice for their cause, their side, or fear, just hankering down and hoping a false hope in better times, and just clinging on to for dear life, or clinging onto your possessions. So this is ultimately what this question comes down to, and I can basically, if we just skip all of this in between, we could just apply this right to the original question: what is the meaning of life? And by life we mean obviously this, myself, or yourself. It's to make the choice, love or not. And I'm not saying it's always an easy choice. Often it's difficult, particularly like I bring up forgiveness a lot. Is I find it draws from a love tank. Like it takes something from me to forgive. So it's natural to want justice, and that person needs to pay for what they've done. But and so forgiving is not giving up the idea that there's consequences for. It's not giving up on justice. It's taking that anger, which is going to develop into malice, and just saying that's going to do me no good. But it still takes something out of the love tank. So this is why I can't ultimately take God out of the picture, because and let me know down in the comments if you know of an alternate source for agape love. I know of no other that gives you the ability to forgive. Because when people tell me I could never forgive so and so, I believe you. Under your own power, if you're not getting your that love energy from somewhere else, other than yourself, because you're just a battery for that agape love. I believe you. I don't think you have enough love energy to forgive. But the mere choice of wanting that, do you see the benefit of love? Do you see the benefit of forgiveness? Do you understand that brings more happiness than if you're to go hang on to malice? You want vengeance. You want to hang on to that malice or the fear. That's what it comes down to. And so during this our most troubled holiday season yet, I hope and pray that you choose love, that agape love that God provides, over malice and fear. Even just the desire to love, and wanting and seeing the wisdom in the principle of love versus this, and not getting caught up in all this, because this is what's being covered in the media. So Merry Christmas, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.